Every day as you read, watch and listen, you hear more of violence and crime, of murder and sex and kidnapping, not to mention the wars of our time. We're just watching our country die, and we ask ourselves why. If the country's afar, worse off than we are, watching our country die. We hear we are short of all foodstuffs. We hear more of pollution and such, oil shortage and wars and hijacking. You could go on and name twice as much. We're just watching our country die, and we ask ourselves why. If the country's afar, worse off than we are, watching our country die. Watching our country die, and we ask ourselves why. If the country's afar, worse off than we are, watching our country die. Yes, we're watching our country die.
It was in the late 30s onto the early 40s that music took a hold of me. Music was a very important part of all the neighborhood gatherings. After the Depression of the 30s, we had the Second World War. My early life was first living in poverty, then the war years in fear. We did win a mighty close fight, and no one ever wanted to look back.
In the 30s we have heard it was all wrong. We were young and we don't remember much, but our parents surely must be complimented. They did the best they surely did was.
only there aren't enough hours in a day, but we find our society's structure is being torn down. People think it's smart abusing laws. Children have no more discipline and try to rule their parents. There's murder, violence, crime, sex, hijacking, power plays in government, kidnapping, rape, drunkenness, politicians, businessmen, and labor unions shading the truth, lies, gossip, profanity, under-the-table deals, payola, and perversion of every sort. All in all, in the 70s, you could see the people discontented and revolting.
The social life in our great nation has widespread fragmentation. There's no sense of purpose in our lives. Look what's gone wrong with education. Discontented and revolting. Too many people, it is jolting. But that's what people are here at home and there apart. There's loneliness across the nation. We're all for self-preservation, but less concerned about behavior. We do our thing in isolation. Discontented and revolting. Too many people, it is jolting. But that's what people are here at home and there apart. But that's what people are here at home and there apart.
From a lot of research, I find myself as Canada's one and only entertainer who has done 30 years of commercial entertainment in our country. We're Canada's only independent show to have played from the western shores of Vancouver Island to the eastern shores of Newfoundland, right on to the high Arctic for 30 years now, all at our own expense. Eleanor Dahl is perhaps the only girl that has put in 15 years of continued musical service in all of Canada, and still going strong. We've logged well over 3 million miles in our travels. As a result, we've met a lot of very nice people, yet sad to say, a lot of unfortunate ones, with all kinds of problems. But with the type of society all around us, it's very easy to have polluted minds.
You hear of problems in the home. You hear of problems on the street, in the city and on all the farms. Problems that are indiscreet. Polluted minds can't think as they ought to. Polluted hearts won't work as they should do. Polluted people don't live as they could do. It's a polluted world we're all living in. You hear of problems in the school. You hear of problems in the church, in government, and all big mess. should do. Polluted people don't live as they could do. It's a polluted world we're all living in. You hear of problems here at home. You hear of problems far abroad. Every country has its very own problems that need our great God. Polluted minds can't think as they ought to. Polluted hearts won't work as they should do. Polluted people don't live as they could do. It's a polluted